Okay. Guys, yesterday's recording I have shared to everyone who have shared me your email ID. In case if anyone wants to get, if you have not received actually the emails or something, please let me know. So I can again forward you the form. So you guys can fill. So whoever have received the yesterday's mail, so you don't need to fill. In case if someone have not received yesterday's email, right? You guys can fill this form. Okay. So after the session, okay, you can just copy the link. After the session, you can fill this form so that I can get your email details and then I can share it. Yeah, sure. You guys can fill that form. After that, actually, what I can collect it and then I can make it. Okay. So today we'll start on with the session. So what I'm going to talk about today is like we are going to talk about memory allocation. Okay, we are going to talk about memory allocation. So I told you whenever a line of code has been executed, okay, so when you are writing a line of code, right, so there is a memory is going to get allocated for it when execution is going to happen. So how the memory is going to get allocated, when, where, all those concepts we are going to cover. Okay, that's what. So now let me start on. Let me create a new project. So if I want to create a new project, what I need to do. So I'll go to, so this is my Eclipse. How to install Java, Eclipse, all those things we will see later. So today we will see how to create a project, next a package, and then a next a class. Okay, so we will do this, and then after that we'll write a program, and then we will see about the execution. Yeah, correct. So before going to Selenium, right, I will explain a little bit about say Java. So how we are going to use memory. Okay, so a memory allocation concept we are going to look. Okay, good. So now to create a project. So this is my Eclipse. I need to go to File, New, and then I'll click on Java project. Okay, I'll click on this Java project. Then after that, I'm going to create a project name. Okay, so project name, I will just give project first. I will give. Okay, then execution environment, I will choose 1.8 or above that 1.8 if I have anything else. Okay, I'll not choose 9. I will choose 1.8, or if I have 11, 10, 11, something, if I have 16 or something else, I will choose. As of now, I have 1.8. I'm going to click on this. Next, I'm going to click on finish. So I created the project. So once I create the project, right, I will get a JRE system library. So what is this JRE system library? It's simple. So whenever I'm going to write a line of code in my Java, so there are some internal commands which we have already pre-written by the Java developers. Okay, so those all pre-written codes will be present under this JRE system library. For example, system.out.println, and then when I give hello world, it's going to print me hello world. So I'm going to write only one line of code, but internally there are 15 to 20 lines of code which is pre-written to execute this printing. Okay, so all those pre-written codes are present under this GRE system library. So we'll see about this GRE system library in detail later. Now, I have created the project. Once I create the project, I have the GRE system library and SRC. Okay, so now I will right click on the project and then I'll go to properties. Okay, I'm going to right click on the project and then I'm going to click on properties. Here I will click on resource. So under the resource, I can see location. So the project location, that is, I'm creating a project here, right? So it will be saved on a location. So which location is what I'm going to do. Okay, so here I'll click on this show in System Explorer. Okay, so this is a project location. I'm going to click on this. See, project first. Okay, so whatever we create a project or a class or whatever file I'm going to create, it's going to create in the original folder location in my System Explorer. Okay, so that is what this project first. Inside this first project first, I have different files and folders. In this, the important file folder which I need to look on it is SRC and then bin. Okay, so there are two folders, SRC and then bin. So what this SRC and bin folder will consist is, okay, so as of now, it is empty. It's an empty folder. Okay, whenever I'm going to create actually what a package or a class, right? So those folders and then the class files and all will be created in this location. Okay, so SRC folder will consist of all my .java files. Bin folder will hold all my .class files. So yesterday we saw whenever we create a .java file, right? So it has to be compiled and then a .class file will be created, correct? So those .java files will be in my SRC folder. .class files will be in my bin folder. Now I'll come here. Okay, so I'm giving one by one, step by step. So don't worry if you're trying to actually understand things, everything will become easier step by step. Okay, right? So now I'm giving a lot of details one by one. I know that this will be confusing at the beginning. Don't worry. Before end of the session, everything you will understand in a detail. Okay. First, I'm trying to connect the dots. After that, I'll give you the clear picture. Okay. Don't worry in case I'm not understanding something. For the first time, I too, when I was learning, these all were little bit actually confusing. Okay. But after I connect the dots, you will get a clear picture. Okay. Be with me for some time. Okay, so to come here, so first in the Eclipse level, if you see, once I create the project, right? So what all I have got, I got the GRE system library and SRC folder. These are the two things it was there. The same thing in original location, original folder location. Okay, so for me, what are the two things that are important for me? There are folders, means one is SRC folder. The other one is bin folder. Okay, so SRC folder, I told it will have all the .java files. Bin folder will hold all the .class files. Okay, this is what I have told. Okay. So this is what. So under the project, SRC folder and then the bin folder will be there in my original folder location. In Eclipse level under the project, I'll have JRE system library and then SRC folder. Okay, so now first I created the project. Next, I'm going to create the package. Okay, so right click on the SRC, new package. So project first I created. Next, I'm going to create a package. So I'll give a package name. So my package name, I will just give pack_1. Okay, any name I can give. As of now, I'm just giving pack_1. Now I created the package. Okay, how to create a package? Right click on the SRC folder, new package, pack_2. Okay, I'll click on finish. So I got the package. Okay, next, after the package has been created, I want to create a class. Okay, so for that, I'll right click on the package. In which package I want to create the class. So now I'll right click, new class. Okay, so how a Java program will be written? Class name, open the flower brace and then end the flower brace. Correct. So I'm going to create the class. So now I'm going to give the class name. So so what is my class name? I'll just give basics. That's the class name I'm giving. Okay, so here we have public and then package. Okay, so as of now, I'll choose package. The only thing difference is if I select public radio button, I will get public class basics. If I choose package, class basics it will do. That's the difference. Okay. Now only thing is what I'm giving the name of the class, and then I choose package radio button. Apart from that, nothing in it. So here in the top section, if you see source folder, so project underscore first, that's my project name. Okay, project underscore first. In that, I have a SRC folder. SRC folder. In that, I have a package one, pack underscore one. Okay, under this, I'm going to create a class basics. That's what it's showing. Source folder is under the project underscore first, and then packages pack underscore one. Name of the class is basics. Okay, so only thing is I gave the name of the class and then I choose package. That's the one thing. Now I'm going to click on finish. See, I got the package pack underscore one. So this class is under this package. That's what it's showing. Now class basics open and close the flower brace. Okay, if I would have chosen actually what the radio button as public, I would have got an extra keyword here called public. So as of now, I don't want, I'm removing it. Now I want the main function. Okay, yesterday we saw actually what, how to create a main function, right? Can anyone tell me what is the shortcut to create the main function?
Control plus shift plus enter.
No, there is a shortcut.
main control plus space enter.
Superb. Control space, and once you get
Enter.
the main method, click on enter. Superb. That's it. Okay, right? So if I want to print something, what is the shortcut?
CISO. Control plus space enter.
Enter. That's it. Okay. Now in double quotes, I can just give hello world. Okay. So now I'll right click, run as Java application. Hello world. Okay, right? So that's it. So now I don't want to print something. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about variables. Okay. So in variables, there are two things. So yesterday we have seen, once again, we are going to see the same topic, and then we are going to continue on the same thing. So variables, in this, there are two things. One is declaration. Another one is initialization. Okay. So what is a variable? Just a memory location to store some values. Memory location to store values. Okay. Then data types will decide the values to be stored in a variable. That's the thing. Okay, right? So declaration is what means creating a memory location. So how? For example, integer a. Okay, if I give, what will happen? It creates me a memory location here. Okay, then the name of the memory location is a. This integer acts as a data type. Okay, sorry, acts as a reference. Okay, say to the memory location, load only integer values alone. Okay, load only integer values alone. Okay, initialization. So what is this initialization? Here, if I give a is equal to 10. So now what will happen? It tries to identify a memory location a. Yes, I have the memory location a here. Then it tries to store the value 10. So before storing the value 10, it checks whether this 10 is under the range of this integer data type. Yes, it's under the range. So then it stores a value. This is what yesterday we saw. Okay. So next, I'll come back here. So now we created the class here, correct? See, it has saved as basics.java. So under the SRC, basics.java. Okay, now I'll go to the original folder location. See now. So SRC folder and bin folder. Okay, if I go to the SRC folder, pack one, there are two packages I created. Packages means what? Just folders. That's it. Okay, there are two folders. In that, I'll go to the first package, pack underscore one. in the same Java file. Okay, I got my Java file. So now I'll right click on the Java file. Then I'll click on open. Okay. So whatever program I have written, I'm able to see here. Okay, Java files are editable files where I can see whatever program I have written, I can see it here. Okay, so once the Java file is compiled, then what should happen? It creates a dot class file. So here all the dot class files are captured where in the bin folder. Pack_1 class file. So now if I right click open, see, I will not be able to understand anything. Okay, it will be created based on a bytecode. So only JVM will understand this dot class file and then it can execute this. Okay, so we cannot understand anything from this file. Okay, so only JVM can understand this file and then it can be executed. Okay, so one more time, SRC folder will consist of .java file, bin folder will consist of .class files. Okay, so now I'll come back. Okay, so any questions so far? Anyone has any questions? Anyone has any questions so far? Everyone clear?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
For example, we have a few classes in one package. So, how many class of the file it will be written in the bin?
Super. So now I'm going to have another class here. For example, here, right click on the package, new class. Here I'll give learning. That's my class name. Okay, I'm going to click on finish. So once I click in the SRC folder, I have the .java file. Okay, then if I go to the original folder location, in SRC folder, I'll have the .java files. Okay, and then in the bin folder, I will have the .class files. Okay, so now question here, how these .class files are actually what created? So where is the compilation has been done? Simple. So here, if I go to the project, there is a section called build automatically is there. So what this will do means, so whenever I write a program and then when I save the code, right, immediately actually what? It will compile the code and then it creates a .class file. Got it, right? So this is how in Eclipse actually what the compilation is being done. Okay. So that answers your question. That answers your question. Good.
Yeah, got it.
Good. That's great. Okay. So next, I'll come back. So now here. So I want to create variables. So variables, right? There are two types of variables available. One is global. Okay, there are two types of variable is available. One is a global variable. The other one is a local variable. Okay, global variable, again, it has been defined into two types. So one is static. Other one is non-static. Okay, so one is a static variable, other one is a non-static variable. So how
Dynamic.
come again?
It's dynamic, no?
What is this dynamic?
Non-static.
We will come for those things later. So as of now, we'll understand actually what in a simple terms. Then later on, actually, what we will go to the other things.
Yep.
Okay, good. So now, so what are this global and then local variable? Simple. So now I'm going to write my class. So here, how a class will be written? Class, and then my class name ABC. Okay. So always a class will have my main function, correct? So here I'll have my main function. I'll just copy from here. Okay, instead of that, I'll just public static void main string arguments. I'm just giving in short form just for me to understand, to make it easier. Okay. So any variable that is being declared inside a function. Okay. So public static void main is what? It's a function. Okay. Any variable that is being declared inside a function is called as a local variable. So integer a. Yeah. So this is declaration. I want to declare and initialize both together. Integer a equal to 10. I'm giving. Okay. Any variable that has been declared inside a function is called as a local variable. Any variable that has been declared outside the function. Okay. So that is called as a global variable. So here I'm going to give integer x is equal to 100. Integer y is equal to 200. Okay. Global variable is of two types. One is static, another one is non-static. So static variable will have a keyword called static. Okay. Non-static variable will not have any keyword.
Sir, can you repeat again local and global variable definition?
Yes. So local variables, okay, are what is simple variables which are declared inside the function. Okay. Global variables are variables which are declared inside a function. So which is a function here in this class? Public static void. Okay. So here global variables are members which are declared outside the function. Okay. So what is a function here? Public static void, correct? So this is my class. So inside the class, outside the function, I'm trying to declare some variables. Okay. Those are all global variables. So global variables, there are two types. One is static, another one is non-static. Okay. So static members will have a keyword called static. Non-static members will not have any keyword. Okay. But how, if you see non-static variable and also local variable looks alike, but what is the difference? Means this non-static variable is declared outside the function. That's a difference. Clear, right?
Same as local.
Come again.
Same as local variable.
No. So that's what. So it looks, both looks alike, but the difference is in which place the declaration is happening. That's a one thing. Got it, right? The only difference is, so which place the declaration is happening. Okay, that defines whether it's a global or a local. Okay, don't worry, you will understand this. Don't worry, I will make it clear for everyone step by step. So you don't need to worry. Okay, so next. So we have declared and then we have initialized some value. Now, how I'm going to utilize them? Okay, memory allocation concept, after we execute this, right, then we will again execute through help of a memory allocation. That is next. Okay, so first, local variables, okay, can be accessed directly with help of the variable names. So for example, system.out.println, what is the variable name here? It's A. So I'm going to give system.out.println A. I got it. Okay, so this will print what is the value inside the A variable. So what is my variable name? It's A. What is the value inside is 10. 10 will be printed for this. Okay, next. So global members. So global members is of two types. One is static, another one is non-static. Okay, so first thing, I will try to print. Okay, I try to access the non-static member. So to get the non-static member, right, it's simple. So first I need to create an object. Okay, so Java language is what means it's an object-oriented programming language. Okay, object-oriented programming language. So that is, you all would have heard a term called OOPS. Okay, OOPS means object-oriented programming. Okay, so Java is an object-oriented programming language. Okay, so if I want to retrieve something else, we will retrieve them with help of objects. So how to create an object? Simple. Okay, so what is my class name? ABC. So to create an object, I should use a keyword called new and then my class name. So what is my class name? ABC. Okay, open and then close the parenthesis. Okay, new, and then my class name. I should open and close a parenthesis. Then I'll give a semicolon. So this step will help me to create an object. What is an object? It's just a memory. Okay, and memory is created. So I created a memory that is an object. Now I need to name that object, right? So I'm going to give obj1. Okay, so this step helped me to create an object. Now I need to name the object because any memory is created. If I give a name, then only I can access the memory, correct? So that's why I'm trying to give a name for the object. Okay, so in Java, whatever memory is being created, I need some reference for it. So variable, that is also a memory location, correct? A memory location to store a value. But what is the reference here? Data types are my reference. That is, for that memory, the data types will be like a reference. Say to the memory what type of values to be loaded into the variable, correct? Variable memory location. The same thing for my object also, I need a reference. Okay, so in objects, always class names are the reference. Okay, I will give ABC obj1 equal to new ABC. New ABC helps me to create the object. Obj1 is the object name. ABC, the class name, is the reference. So what this class name will do is simple. It says to the object, load all the global members of the ABC class. So what is my ABC class? This is my ABC class. What are the global members I have? Static int x is equal to 100, integer y equal to 200. These both variables are what? Global variables. Okay, so those two global variables will be loaded into the object. And even my function, right? My function also is a global member only. Okay, so it's a function is actually what is also called as methods. Okay, so that global member also will be loaded into the object. Okay, so once again, I know that I'm repeating. Some of you guys will already know Java. I'm trying to repeat things multiple times. I know that I'm dragging it, but so you guys actually what most of them might be new, right? So if I repeat it multiple times, then only actually what things get registered in your mind. That's the reason. Okay, don't feel bored. So slowly I'll come and then I'll make everyone to be into the same page. Okay, just be with me for some time. I will repeat things multiple times to make sure actually what everything goes into your memory. And then after that, always actually what you will remember. That's the one thing. Okay, so new ABC helps me to create a memory. That is the object. The name of the object I'm giving obj1. Then objects also should have a reference. So for objects, class names are the reference. So what this reference will do? It says to the object, load all the global members. Members means what? It can be a variable or it can be a method. Okay, so what are the global members for this ABC class? Static int x is equal to 100, integer y equal to 200. So these two things will be loaded. Along with it, method also we have public static void. So that method also will be loaded here. Okay, so now I want to print the non-static variable. Now this non-static variable is loaded into the object. So now I will give so obj1 dot y. That's it. Okay, so with this, I will be able to access the non-static member. Now obj1 dot y, it's inside the system.println. So this will print me 200. Next, I want to access the static member. So non-static members can be accessed only with the help of object alone. Static members, okay. So what is the best practice to access the static members? Means with help of my class name. What is my class name here? ABC. So I'll just give so. What is my class name? ABC dot x. Okay, so ABC dot x. So x is my variable, correct? So ABC is my class name. So now what will happen when I refer with the help of my class name, I will be able to access the static member, which is 100. Static members can be accessed in multiple ways. Okay, in 3 ways I can access the static member alone. One, with the help of my class name. The other one, so obj1 dot x, because I told, so in the object, all the global members will be loaded. So that means it can be variable or it can be function. It can be static member or it can be non-static member. Everything will be loaded into the object. That's how I will be able to access the static variable also with help of the object. Okay. So with reference of class name, with reference of object name. Other option is directly by the variable name also. Okay. In all the different ways I'm trying to access them. Clear? So everyone clear? Okay. So now I written the program. So now we will try to execute the program with help of memory allocation concept. Then after that, you will have some idea. Okay. So once again, now I'll come. So when I execute this program, right? So what will happen means for me, a memory will be allocated for the execution. Okay. This is the memory. So the memory name usually will be my class name with some hexadecimal number. Okay. Some hexadecimal number it will be given. So as of now, I'll just give only my class name. So you just imagine there will be some hexadecimal number. Okay. So now the first memory is created. Once the program starts to execute, right, the first memory to be created inside this is static pole. Okay. The first memory which will be created here is static pole. That's the first memory to be created. Okay. Then now what will happen? It will load all the static members of the ABC class into this. Okay, so what are the static members I have here? One is static int x is equal to 100. Static int x is equal to 100. Apart from that, any other I have static members? Yes, I also have public static void main. Okay, so public static void main. So that's a method. So that is also a static member. So all the static members of this ABC class is loaded into it. Where? Into the static code. Okay. Now, next, the main function starts to execute. Now, when the main function starts to execute, it creates a local memory for the main function. Okay. A local memory for public static void main string arguments. Okay, right? It creates. Okay. So the main function starts to execute now. Now comes here. Integer a equal to 10. So what type of variable is this? Can anyone say?
Integer.
Okay, integer, good. And then variables is of two types, right? In this.
Local variable.
Local variable.
It's a local variable. So why we are calling it as a local variable means, so I'm executing my main function, correct? So inside my main function only, this memory gets loaded. Because declaration, I'm doing it here, right? So that's the place actually what the memory will be created. So that's why this is called as a local variable. So this is a local variable for whom? Main function. Okay, right? It's a local variable for this main function. Next, system.out.println a. So now what will happen? So whenever I refer only by the variable name, it always actually what the search will go to the local memory. So I'm executing my main function. So which is my local memory now? Main, okay, local memory for this public static void main. This is my local memory. The search comes here. Do I have a variable called a? Yes. The value is what? 10. So 10 will be printed for me here. Okay. So next, now, new ABC. Okay. So ABC, obj1 equal to new ABC. So new ABC, what it will do? It will help me to create an object. Okay. So now a memory is created. Okay. So what is it? obj1 is the name of the memory. Okay. So now ABC is what? It's my reference. So what this ABC class will do? It will say to the object, load all the global members of this ABC class. Okay. So now what are the global members we have? Static int x, integer y, and then my main function. So now static members will have a single copy. Okay. Static members will have a single copy for the entire execution. So it will not load the memory into this object. Instead of that, a reference will come from the static pool to this object. Okay, so public static void main and then static int x is equal to 100. For these two things, a reference comes here. Okay, non-static member, it will load the default value inside this. Okay, it will load the default value inside this object. Okay, so now what happened to me right now? For me, for static members, a reference copy is being loaded into the object. Okay, then the non-static member, the default value integer y equal to 200, that has been loaded freshly. Okay, so that's why the static members, we will say it will have a single copy overall execution. Non-static members will have multiple copies overall execution. What is it? Multiple copies? You will know. Single copy, now you understood. That is, static members will have a single copy, only the reference comes here. Okay, but in detail, we will see for the next program. Okay,
It looked
so
like
now,
very confusing, sir, this one.
no, that's what. Now only I started to explain, right? So
Yeah.
I already told you will
Okay.
be in a confused stage at the beginning. Then once I connect the dots one by one, you will then only you will understand. Okay, right?
Okay, sir.
The first time when you're hearing it, there will be full confusion. After that, you will understand, because why means when I execute with the help of memory allocation, right? Then only this is a proper way of learning. Whenever you're going to execute a program, you should know what's happening in the backend. If you know that concept, then only you will know clearly, okay, this is what the next line I should do, so that this memory will get accessed or this memory will get deleted, like that. Okay, right?
Okay, sir.
Good. So now we created the object and then all the members are being loaded into the object. Next, system.out.println obj1.y. So now when I refer with the help of the object name, the search goes to the obj1. Okay, then after that, what is the y variable here? The value is 200. So now the 200 will be loaded. Okay, so 200 has been loaded now. Next, sysO abc.x. So before we referred with the help of the object name, so the search went to the object. Then after that, it searched for y variable. The value was 200. I got it. Next, I'm referring with the help of my class name. When I refer with the help of my class name, the search will always go to the static pool. Okay, so when it goes to the static pool, here, do I have a variable called x? Yes, I have the variable called x here. The value is 100. Okay, the value is 100. Next, sysO obj1.x. Now what will happen when I refer with the help of object name? The search goes to the object. Here, do I have a variable called x? I don't have a variable called x here, but a reference can you see here that is coming from the static pool. So from this object, it goes to the static pool. Do I have a value called x? A variable called x? Yes, I have. The value is 100. Okay, so whenever I refer with the help of the object name, the search goes to the object. From the object, the search goes to the static pool. Before I refer with the help of my class name, the search directly goes to the static pool and then gets me my x variable. Okay, now I'm referring with help of variable name, sysO x. Now what will happen? Whenever I refer only by the variable name, the search goes to the local memory. Okay, from the local memory, here do we have a x variable? No. But this local memory for main function, from where the memory was being created, from the static pool, comes to the static pool. Do I have a variable called x here? Yes, the value is 100. Okay, so static members, what's happening? Anywhere it comes to the static pool and then only it retrieves the value. Okay. So when I refer with help of class name, directly search came to static pool. When I refer with help of object name, via object, it came to the static pool. When I refer only by the variable name, from the local memory, it came to the static pool. So that's why static members will have a single copy. Okay. So once again, I will repeat. So then you will have an idea. Okay. So I know that I'm repeating it. So be with me. So you guys will get things today. When you're leaving the session, you will have an understanding about this. Okay, guys. So once again, I'll come back. Okay, before jumping onto it, anyone has any questions, you guys can let me know so that I can answer it. Otherwise, I will just again I will explain the same.
Repeat one program, sir.
Yes, Jinshu. Come again, guys. Any questions?
Repeat once again all program, sir.
Done. Cool.
Hello, sir. So the
So I will.
integer A is hello.
Yes, Jinshu.
The integer A is like non-static.
No. So this integer A. So where I'm declaring it?
It's like inside the function. So
Inside the function. Any variable that has been declared inside the function is a local variable. Okay. Any variable that has been declared outside the function is a global variable. Okay. Global variable I told is of two types. One is static, another one is not static. Static members will have an extra keyword called static. Non-static members will not have any keyword. The difference between the non-static member and then the static member is what means in which place the declaration is happened. Okay, right? That answers your question, Jinshu?
yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
So now, yes.
Hello, sir.
I have one more. Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Hello. There is a y variable. Can we call directly without initializing object?
So this is a what type of member? It's a static or a non-static variable?
It is a non-static.
So non-static member means always can be called only with help of object name alone. Without object, we cannot access a non-static member. Okay, good. Any other questions, guys?
Sir, why use the new ABC function?
So why do I use this new keyword, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so new ABC. What is my ABC? That's my class name. Okay, so new ABC, and then I'm giving actually open and close parentheses. So when I give this keyword, what will happen? That helps me to create an object. Okay, then I need to name an object name, right? So that is what this obj1. Okay, then I need a reference because for any memory I need a reference. So that is what this ABC. Okay, so what this ABC will do means simple. It says to this object, load only the global members of whom of the ABC class. It can be static or it can be non-static. It can be a variable or it can be a method. Okay, methods are also called as functions. Okay, so that is what this reference will do. Okay, that's how the non-static members always it will take the default value, but the static members will have a single copy overall execution. So that's why a reference is taken from the static pool for these static members into this object. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Good. Any other questions, guys? Okay, so let me again execute. Okay, so first for me, whenever I execute this program, right, for me a memory is created. The name of the memory will be my class name, that is ABC. The first memory to be created into this place. So what is the first memory to be created? It is static pool. Okay. So now tell me, so a static pool is created. So what are the members will be loaded into the static pool? Okay, I will ask, you guys should say. I'll ask, Bhushan, can you tell me, so what are the members? Just give a try. I know that this is the first day I'm teaching you. So even if it is wrong, don't worry. Just give a try. If you're able to answer, that's well and good. Otherwise, I'm here to help you. Don't worry. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Bhushan. So what are the members will be loaded into the static pool?
100 will be.
Superb. Static in x100, because that is a static variable. Awesome. Good. Next, anything else?
No, sir.
PCVM.
So public static void main. Even my main function, right? Public static void main. So that's why even my main function also will be loaded. Okay, good. Hey, thanks, Bhushan. Super. So next, I'll ask. Hey, hi, Bhavana.
Hello?
Yes, hey, hi, Bhavana. So now for me, all the static members are loaded into the static pool. So next, so what will happen for me? So
Local memory for
Local
main function.
super. So my main function starts to execute. So once my main function starts to execute, it creates a local memory for the main function. Okay, good. Hey, good, Bhavana. Super. Good. String, sorry.
Can I write that program in our own notes, sir?
If you want, you can write it. I will also actually
Okay.
will send you guys actually what this program, all those things to you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Next. So my main function starts to execute now. Now I'll ask. Hey, Abhishek Nayak. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Hey, Abhishek. So now my main function actually what? Memory has been, local memory has been created. So now next, what should happen? My main function starts to execute. Okay, right? So what is the first line in the main function?
Integer A10. A equal to 10.
Integer a equal to 10.
Superb. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to declare here, or I'm trying to initialize here, or I'm trying to declare and initialize both together. What I'm trying to do here in this step, integer a equal to 10.
Both.
Superb. I'm trying to declare and also initialize. Okay. So now what should happen? So what type of variable is this? Okay, I'll ask. Hey, hi, Ankita Ray. Okay, I'll ask Ankita Sagu. Okay, or Aarti Kumari. Can anyone say? So what type of variable is this?
Non-static.
Local variable.
Local variable.
Local variable.
Super. So why you guys are saying it's a local variable?
Declared in
Inside function.
Domain.
Inside.
It is
variable is
declared inside a
Main.
function.
okay. Right? So that's the reason actually what it's called as a local variable. So integer a equal to 10. So now this local variable will be loaded into my local memory main. Okay. Next. So I'll ask next. Hey, hi, Dinesh.
Yeah, hi, sir.
Dinesh. So now system.out.println a. I'm referring only by the variable name. When I refer only by the variable name, where the search will go?
Don't know, sir.
Okay, good. No worries, no problem. So whenever we refer only by the variable name, right? Always the search will go to the local memory.
Local.
Okay.
So in this local memory, do I have a variable called a?
Yes.
So the value of the variable is 10.
10.
So this 10 will be printed. Okay, super good. So next, I'll ask. Hi, Gaurav Kushwa.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Gaurav. So now tell me. So ABC OBJ1 equal to new ABC. Okay. So first step, new ABC. What this step will do?
It is a reference
Uh,
of object.
so new ABC, what it will do is it will help me to create a memory. So the memory is this object.
Object.
Okay.
Left.
So what is the name of the object? So what is the name of the object?
OBJ1.
Object one.
OBJ1.
Super. It's OBJ1. Good. Okay. So good. Hey, thank you. So now anyone say, so what is this reference ABC?
Load all local member in
Sorry,
OBJ1.
load
All public member.
not public, that is global members.
Static.
Global
variables.
member. Yes, sir. Global variable.
So here members means it can be variable or it can be function.
Function.
It can be static or it can be non-static.
Non-static.
Correct? Super. Good. So now tell me static members. Okay, I'll ask. So, hi, Aman.
Hi, sir.
So now tell me static members will have a single copy or it will have multiple copies?
Sorry, sir. Come once again.
Static members, will it have a single copy or it will have multiple copies?
Single copy, sir.
Super. Static members will have a single copy only. So that means it will take the reference from the static pool to this object. It will not load newly. It will take the reference. Okay, good. Hey, thanks, Emma. So next, non-static members, it will have multiple copies. Okay, so always it will take the default value, integer y equal to 200. That will be loaded. Got it? Integer y equal to 200. That will be loaded here. Okay, so now for me, then anything else is there? Even my main function, right? That is also actually what? A global member. Even my main function also will be loaded into it. Okay, sorry, my bad. So that's it's a static variable, right? So I got the reference here, static members. Public static void means static index. The reference, I got it here. And then apart from that, I have one non-static variable as well. Okay, so that it takes the default value from here. Okay, now all the static and non-static members are loaded into the object. Okay, so next, I'll ask. Hi, Jyoti Rana. Okay, I'll ask. Purnima Shetty.
Yes.
Yeah, Purnima. So now, can you tell me system.out.println obj1.y? So first you tell me where the search will go and then it will return.
It goes object.
The search goes to the object. obj1. Super.
Yeah. It has
Now,
y. So it will print 200.
super. Here I have a variable called y, which holds a value called 200. Super. Okay. Yes. That good. Hey, thanks, Purnima. So next, Malika Arjun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Malika. So now system.out.println abc.x. I'm referring with help of my class name. If
Class
I refer
name.
with help of class name, where search will go?
Static. Static.
Correct. It directly goes to the static pool.
Static.
So whenever we refer with help of class name, the search will always go to the static pool. Here, do we have a variable called x?
100.
Yes, the value is 100. That will be loaded. Super good. Hey, thanks, Malikajan. Next, Narendra Senapati. Navleen Nagpal. Okay. Pratiksha.
Yes.
Yeah, Pradiksha. Now, so obj1.x. So now where the search should go?
It will go to object obj1.
Super. So it went to the object. Here, do we have a variable called x here directly? We don't have
Actually,
x variable. But
yes.
do we get any reference copies from somewhere?
We will get the reference copy from static pool, I think.
Correct. So now from this object, the search goes to static pool. Then do we have x variable here?
Yeah.
Yes, the value is 100. That is when I refer with the help of actually what? Object name. The search goes to the object. From the object, it goes to the static pool. Okay. So,
Yes.
hey, thanks, Pratiksha. Now, can someone say, if I want my search directly, it should go to the static pool bits. So, what I should give?
CISO ABC dot.
Correct. That is with the help of my class name. If I refer something, the search directly goes to the static pool.
Yeah.
If I refer with the help of object name, first it goes to the object, then only the search will go to the static pool. Okay, right?
Yeah.
Good. So next, hi, Priyanka Sen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Priyanka. So now CISO x system.out.println x. I'm referring only by the variable name where the search should go.
So it will directly go to the static pool and then.
No. Only when I refer with the help of my class name, the search will go to static pool directly. But whenever I refer with help of variable name, the search should go to
Local
local
memory.
Yes,
Local
local
memory.
memory first.
Okay. From the local memory. So here, do we have a variable called x?
No.
No. So from here, the search should go to static pool. Here, do we have x variable? Yes, the value is 100. Okay. Good. Hey, good. Hey, thanks, Priya. Okay. So now my main function executed completely. So now it will, this execution, once it's been done, right, it comes out of the main function. Once it comes out of the main function, it deletes the local memory for main. Next, it comes out of the entire program. Once it comes out of the entire program, it deletes the static pool, the object, and then the complete memory. So who will delete that means my garbage collector. Okay. So once the execution is done, means so all the memories which has been utilized, it's been completely wiped out by garbage collector. Clear? Any questions for anyone?
Sir, garbage collector, once repeat, sir.
So that is now system.out.println x variable. Okay, so once I give, so it goes to the main function. From the main function, it goes to the static pool, and then it gives me 100. Then after that, the main function has been completely executed, right? Once it comes out of the main function, for me, the local memory for the main function has been deleted. After that, comes out of the entire class. Okay, then my static pool and then the object, everything is being deleted. By whom? The garbage collector. So that means once the program has been executed, the complete memory is wiped out by the garbage collector after the execution. Because after the execution, we don't need that memory to be saved in my local server or my system. So that's why this has been deleted. Clear, guys?
Murali, I have a question here.
Yes.
In the local memory, also we have a reference of static pool, right?
Correct. Because the main function, it started to execute from the static pool. So that's why it checks in the main function. If I'm referring with the help of variable name, the variable will be searched here. If the variable is not present, then it will go to the static pool.
Yes, the same copy of the reference will be available in the object one also, right?
So the reference copy, yes. Correct.
Yes. The same copy is repeating in local memory and in the object memory, correct?
So that means, is it loading a new memory here? No. So that is a reference comes here. So for me, it searches obj1.x. If I give, it searches in obj1. After that, the search goes to static pool. If I refer only by x variable, search goes to local memory. After that, the search goes to static pool. If I refer by abc.x, the search directly comes to the static pool and then gets the information.
Thank you.
Clear, right?
Yes.
Good. So everyone clear, guys? Anyone has any questions so far?
No, sir.
Good. Okay. So just fill this poll alone. Is everyone clear on this topic? Okay. Good.
Is reference
Yes.
value is the copy of the original value, or like it is a trace point, it is pointing out to the original location?
Come again, Jinshu. Sorry, I did
The
not.
reference is like copy of the original value coming to the static to the.
So, okay. So it is not like actually what a reference copy means, not like actually what a new copy is being loaded. So a reference alone actually what coming from the static pool to this place. So whenever we are looking for any static member in the object, right? So we don't have that information in the object. So via object, the search goes to static pool and then get the information. That's the thing. Always the memory is present only in static pool. Or reference alone, it comes for me in this object or in the local memory. Clear, right?
Okay.
Good. Okay. Anyone has any doubts?
Only one doubt I have. That
Yes.
reference copy, is it also take to memory or what?
So no memory. Okay, no memory. So just a reference. So whenever I search obj1.x, right? So just a reference alone actually what comes from static pool to here. So from object, it goes to static pool and then get the information. Nothing apart from that. Okay, no copy, nothing. A new memory is being created here. Not like that. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. So once again, okay, the same program I'm going to execute. The only thing is actually what difference is what means what in case if I have the same X variable in this local memory, local variable also. So that is what here. So we'll do it fast. So I'll not take much time for you guys. Okay. So now I'll have another. Class. Class A1. That's my class name. Always a class will have a main function. Okay. So here I'm going to have two global variables. One is static, the same thing. Integer x is equal to 100. Integer y is equal to 200. Okay. Then I have a local variable here. Integer a is equal to 10. Then I'm just printing it. SysO a. Okay. Then after that, I'm trying to access a1 obj1 equal to new a1. I'm trying to create an object. After that, I will print sysO a1 dot x. Sorry, a1 dot y, the non-static member, because non-static members can be accessed only with help of object name. Now the static members can be accessed in different ways. One with help of my class name a1 dot x. Next, sysO obj1 dot x with help of object name. Next is sysO x, the variable. Okay, now I'm going to have a local variable x that is equal to 50 here. Okay.
Sir, that CISO A1.y should be objective1.y.
Come again, Rajat. Sorry.
Sir, that CISO A1.y should be objective1y. No, sorry.
Sorry. This is obj1. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for me. So non-static members always can be accessed only with help of object name, right? It's obj1.a. Sorry. Thanks for pointing it. Thank you. So now integer x is equal to 50. I am going to create a local variable called x. Now so x. Okay. Then so a1 dot x. So obj1 dot x. Okay, that's it. So now if I execute this program, what will be my output? So now let me create a memory is created. The name of the memory will be A1. Okay. So now I'll ask you guys, you have to help me. So hi Ragul. Ragul Bhatt. Okay. Hi Ravana. Hi Rakesh Kumar. Okay, Reshma. Hi Reshma. Okay. 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 Anyone tell me what will be the first memory to be created?
Static pool.
Static pool.
The
Static
first
pool.
memory to be
Static
created
pool.
is static pool. Super good.
Static pool.
So now what are the members will be loaded into the static pool?
Static int x equal to 100.
Super
Static
good.
Global variable.
Now
Main
main
function.
function.
Main
Then my
function.
main
Main
function.
Main
function.
function.
Main function.
Super.
Yeah, done.
Anything else? Do you have static member here?
No.
No, sir.
No,
That's it.
no.
Okay.
Now local memory.
Super. Next,
Local memory.
a local memory for the main will be created. Yes.
Int equal to int a equal to
Int
10.
a equal to 10.
Equal to 10. Integer
Yes.
equal.
J equal
Int
to 10.
x equal to 50.
And
Int x
int
equal
x
to
equal
50.
to
1 minute. 1 minute.
equal to 10.
Okay. So now, first actually what for me, my main function starts to execute. Okay. So integer a equal to 10. So what I'm trying to do here, am I trying to only declare or am I doing anything else?
both.
Both,
Correct.
sir.
Both.
I'm trying to declare and initialize.
Initialize.
So what type of variable is this?
Local.
Local
Local
variable.
variable.
Local variable.
Local variable. Super. Okay. So now I will ask. Okay. So hi Lakshmi.
Hello.
So now system.out.println a. So whenever I refer only by variable name, where the search will go?
Object.
No.
Okay.
Only by variable name, the search will go to local memory.
Local.
Okay.
Local.
So what is the value? That is 10. Okay. Good. So next, I'll ask. Hi Ningaraju.
Yes, sir.
So now new A1. So what this step will do? Only new A1?
Static.
No. New A1
Sorry.
will help me to create an object. a memory.
Object.
What is the name of the object?
A1.
No.
Object1.
Object.
Object1.
obj1. Okay, right? obj1 is the name of the object. So what is this reference A1 is going to say to this object?
Load global variables member.
Load all the global members from the A1
Static.
class. It can be static or it can be non-static. It can be a variable or it can be a function. Okay. So static member. Okay. Good. Thanks, Nigaraju. Now, Abhishek. Abhishek Kar.
Yes, sir.
So now can you tell me? So static members will have how many copies throughout the execution? No problem. No problem. Anyone can say?
Sir, can I?
Only one copy.
Only one
copy.
copy. Only
one call, sir.
Static members will have a single copy. Okay.
Single
So
copy. Correct.
now tell me, will I newly load the static members here or will I get only the reference?
Only the reference.
Only the reference.
Only the reference.
Correct. To my object, always only the reference of the static members will be loaded. Okay, good. So now, Anyone say non-static members, how many copies it will have?
Multiple copies.
Multiple copies.
Multiple copies. So
Multiple
always
copies.
it will take the default value from this place. Okay, integer y equal to 200. So the multiple copies, that section we have not seen here. As of now, just I told you, static members will have a single copy, non-static members will have a multiple copy. Okay, about the multiple copies, still we have not seen. So we will see that actually again later in this week. Okay, next. So, hi, Abhishek.
Yes, sir.
So now tell me, system.out.println obj1.y. Now, where the search will go? When I refer with help of object name, obj1, where the search should go? Okay, no problem. Anyone can
Local
Object, sir.
Object.
goes to the object obj1. Here do we have a variable called y?
Yeah.
The value is 200.
200.
Okay, so now you guys say me. So non-static members, what are the different ways I can access the non-static member?
Only OBGY.
Only with object.
Super.
Only
Non-static
with
members can be accessed only with help of object name alone. Super. Static members, what are the different ways I can access?
Class name, var name,
Class and object.
Super name. One is with help of class name, and then other one is with help of object name.
Directly called to variable.
Correct. And also directly by the variable name also I can access. Three different ways I can access the what member?
Static pool member.
Correct. The static member.
Sorry, static input. Yep.
Can be accessed in three different ways. Non-static member.
Only object.
Only with object.
Correct. Only with help of object name alone, I can access the non-static member. Okay. Super. Yeah. Good. So now, CISO. Okay, I'll ask. Okay, Purushottam Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now, system.out.println a1.x. What is this a1?
The static pool class name.
So a1 is my class name. So whenever I refer a variable or a member with the help of a class name, where the search should go?
The static pool, sir.
Static pool.
Directly goes to static pool. Here, do we have a variable called x?
100.
The value is 100. Super. Good. So next, Sandeep Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, system.out.println obj1.x. So now I'm referring with help of
Object.
Object. Super. So now when I refer with help of object name, where the search should go?
So first it will go to the search button, will come to the object. Then it will go to the static pool, then it will give the output, sir.
Correct. So first the search should go to the object. Then from there, the search should go to the static pool. Okay. So here, do we have a x variable here?
Yeah.
Yes. So the value is what?
100.
100. The same thing, 100. It will come.
Now I am getting understanding, sir.
Super. Good. So next, hi, Tariq Riyas. Tariq Riyas.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now system.out.println x. I'm referring only by the variable name. Where the search should go?
To a static pool.
Local memory.
Local memory.
Super. First the search should go to local memory. Whenever I refer only by the variable name, always search should go to local memory.
Okay.
Here, do we have a variable called x?
No.
No. So now the search should go to the static pool.
Static. Yeah.
So here the value is
X 100.
Okay. Next, I'll ask Sujit Kumar. Okay. Uttam Sagu. or Vakib Baura?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now I'm giving integer x is equal to 50. So what I'm trying to do here, am I trying to declare or I'm trying to initialize? Or am I trying both?
Both, sir, both.
Super. So what type of variable is this?
Local variable.
No, wait. So okay, it's a local variable. So now in my local memory, so one more, sorry, yes, one more local memory, integer x is equal to 50 is loaded. Okay, right? So now, now you say system.out.println x. Now where the search should go?
Local memory.
Local memory.
Do we have a variable called x
Yeah,
here?
x equal to 50.
50.
Now it's 50. So before also actually what here before to this step system.out.println x we gave, it went and searched here, went to the local memory. Before creating this local variable, right? Here we did not have actually what x variable. That's why next it went to the static
pool.
But now I have a local variable called x. So whenever I refer by variable name, so here search goes to local memory. If I have the x variable here in local memory, it fetches that value here. Only if I don't have, then the search should go to the static. Okay, right?
Yep.
Super good. Now, Sharika.
Yes.
Hey, Sharik. So now a1.x system.println a1.x. What is this a1?
A class A1.
That's my class name. So whenever I refer by class name, where the search should go?
Static pool.
Super. So in my static pool, do I have a variable called x?
Yes, 100.
Yes. The value is 100. Okay, good. So now system, okay, good. So next I'll ask Srikanth. Hey, hi Srikanth. Okay, Prince Kumar.
Yes, sir.
So now system.println obj1.x. So whenever I refer by object name, where the search should go?
It go first in the object one and then go.
So here do I have x variable?
No, sir.
Then where the search should go?
Static pool.
Super, to the static pool. Here do we have x variable? Yes, the value is 100.
Sir, you can ask me one question. I will try to answer.
I'll ask you for tomorrow. So
okay.
We have okay, and now use it. So now the main function has been executed.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna come out from the main function. So what should happen now? Once I come out of the main function,
use garbage collector.
So what the garbage collector will do? Once I come out of the main function, what the garbage collector will do?
To wipe, they will wipe out the complete memory.
First thing, the local memory for the main function will be deleted.
Okay.
Because once I come out of the main function, right, the local memory for main function is deleted.
Okay.
Okay. Then now I'm coming out of the entire class.
Okay.
Now what should happen?
So they will delete the object memory.
The static pool, and then the complete memory is being deleted. So deleted by whom?
Garbage collector.
By the garbage collector.
Okay.
Got it, right?
Got it.
Super. So now is everyone, you guys understood? So whenever you're learning any programming, right? So important concept is memory allocation. Okay. So we have just stepped in. Okay. There are a lot of things. Again, we have to see it in memory allocation. So that we will see one by one. But if you learn any programming language, if you learn in this way, then only you will understand clearly how the execution has been done. Yes, it takes time. It takes actually what double, triple the time actually what for the learning. But if you learn in this way, you will not forget anything. And if I try to ask you to execute, right, you will know clearly actually what is happening in each and every step. Got it? Okay, so I just want to know, so is my session going slow, or you guys are actually finding it actually useful? So is my session, if you feel like actually session is going slow, just inform me.
No, sir. It's actually very interesting.
Yeah,
Cool.
very interesting.
Super good. You
You
guys
can
just
continue like this only,
We
sir.
can continue in the same process, sir.
sure. You guys can actually fill the poll. So if the session is going slow, you can make it as yes. If you find it actually really useful, then you can fill it as no.
I think most of all pressure, it is good for all.
Cool. Okay, so I will take it a little bit in a detail oriented way only. So because reason is simple, because I know actually when I'm learning actually a programming language, right? First time it was so difficult for me, because usually actually the trainers actually for them it might feel like actually a very small topic, but for most of them who learns for the first time, right, it is really difficult. Okay, because I came in that level only, so that's why I will try to make even a very small concept also I will explain in detail. It takes time, but end of the session is what means you guys are coming here to write the code by yourself, not like actually someone writing the code and then understanding it. Okay, you have to write the code by yourself. So that's why actually we will go in this same phase. I take compared to the other trainers, yes, I take actually little slow, but finally actually I will give you the result. So whatever money you are paying, right, it is for to write the code by yourself. So that guarantee I will give you. Okay, guys, good. So most of you guys have felt that actually the session is going in a proper phase. Okay, so some of you might feel like actually it's going slow. Don't worry, I will get into actually a little bit. I will not go full fast and then I'll come slowly. I will actually make everyone comfortable with the very basics, because basics if it is strong, right, understanding the complex topic becomes easy. So first we will go slowly in this phase. Then after that, I will try to increase little bit and then we'll go forward one by one. Okay, cool guys. So once again, I will just give the what is it? So the form to you guys. So in case if someone have not filled it, so yesterday whoever have got the mail, you no need to fill the form. Okay, so if some of you actually have not received my email, right? Yesterday I have sent you the recording. I'll just show you. So yesterday I have sent you the recording here, the topics, and then this recording. In case if you guys have not received, please fill the form. Today I will just send you. If you guys are not able to fill the form also, no problem. You just give me your email ID in the same chat window. Okay, so that I will take it and then I will get your details. Okay, so with this I'll stop for today. So tomorrow also the same time, 7:30 p.m. we will have the session, and then tomorrow we will discuss about Selenium. Okay, so today we saw about actually the memory allocation concept. Tomorrow we will talk about actually Selenium. That is, what is that tomorrow? Just a login and logout scenario. Just I'm going to make it automation is really easy. Okay, the same thing now you would have felt actually yes, learning a language, yes, I can also do. That's what that confidence today I just gave you a little bit. So tomorrow, yes, automation also is easy. That confidence I will make you. Then from Thursday onwards, our real session starts from 18th onwards. So we will start with the installation of Java, Eclipse, and all those things will go. So tomorrow Selenium will see, then after that we'll one by one. Okay.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, I was not there last two classes, sir, due to some my office training.
Okay. No,
So
no
I have filled the form right now.
Done.
Can I get the previous recordings in that? No, sir.
Yeah. So whoever have filled it today, and then you guys are sending me your email ID, right? So I will actually forward the yesterday's recording also to you. Some of you guys actually have given me that you have not able to fill it. I forwarded yesterday. So today also I will just forward yesterday's class record. Okay, don't worry. Anyway, finally, actually, what I will be
How
also.
many?
Yes. Anyone has any question?
Sir, how many class completed in Java?
No, so just actually what this is only demo session only. So yesterday was the first demo session, and then after that actually what today is the second demo session. Okay, yesterday I just gave you information actually what about my about my introduction, the topics that we will be discussing, and then the duration of the class, and then class quiz recap sessions, all those things I was discussing yesterday. Okay, and resume preparation, all those things, and then a little bit about the Java program execution and then variables. So today, the same thing we discussed actually what about the programming, and then after that the variables, all those things today we discussed. Okay.
Thank
And
you, sir.
finally, actually what I will be also creating one Excel sheet for you guys, and then I'll be giving you everything in a single place. Okay, so mail IDs every day you will get the recordings. After that, you will also retrieve this, so which will be handy for you. Okay, don't worry. Okay, cool. Okay, so with this, I'll stop for today. So anything else if you need, I can stay for a few minutes here. You can ask me any questions if you have. Okay, so everyone fill the otherwise actually what just give me your email IDs here so that I can actually what send the yesterday's recording and today's recording. Thank you, everyone. Good night and have a good day.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Good night, sir. Bye.
Hey, good night. Bye, guys.